Hey guys, this is lesson 9.3, still talking about graphing. In the previous video, we learned a whole bunch of vocabulary. We talked about ordered pairs, the x and y axis, we talked about the origin, we talked about what a coordinate plane is or a coordinate grid. And today we're going to look at some more of those, and we're going to look at how we find information to put into a graph and then how we put that information into a graph based on a table. And so on page 545, the very beginning of 9.3, you have this table here that looks like this. We're going to be doing this experiment. I'm going to record it for you so that you can have the actual data and it's not just made up. This is stuff that you probably would have at home, but I don't know if everybody has a thermometer, so I'm just going to do this video where you can have that data real time. So here, let me show you what we have. I have one thermometer. I have a glass of room temperature water. I have ice cubes. It says 3 ice cubes, but I made 4, so we're just going to use 4. And then you have your chart, of course, and I have a timer for 1 minute. What we're going to be doing is I'm going to start the timer, and then after, well, I guess we have to fill in this one first. Time in seconds, 0. So we have to write the temperature of the water before we start, and then every 10 seconds we're going to write down the temperature of the water. And I'll tell you what the temperature is after after that time has gone by. So right now in the 0 category, the temperature looks like 61 degrees. So let's go ahead and write 61 in our chart. Here we go. Okay. And I'm going to go ahead and start. Oh, guess I have to put the ice cubes in first, huh? I'm going to go ahead and put the ice cubes in, and then I'll start the timer. Hopefully I can get these out okay. 1. Uh-oh, we're being sneaky. 2. Come on. 3, 4. Okay, starting the timer. We're sitting at 60. Write down 60. And that one is 59. Get to 30 here. Down to 58. Looks like 57. Oh wait, these are off. Write down 56. Okay, there's our timer. And then for this last one, write down 50. I messed up a little bit. Our thermometer goes in sections of 2s. It counts by 2s instead of by 1s. So when it said 61, that should be 62. Really sorry about messing up our data here. That was definitely all on me. Started out at 62, and then when it said 60, that one would have been 59. So each of these are kind of down by an extra one here. So we start with 62. It went down 1 tick each 10 seconds. So from 62 went down to 60, and then 58, 56, 54, 52, 50. So it went down 2 degrees each time, which makes it easy for us. Okay, let me get rid of this. I'm going to make this one big. And now, whoa! Wow, somehow we got all the way to the end. Okay, here we go. Now on this chart, we're going to figure out which one's going to be our X and which one's going to be our Y. Typically when you're taking data from a table, they give you the title of the graph, and then they tell you the names of the X and the Y axis. Makes it really easy for us to go ahead and put that information in. Turn your page over. Oops, that was too much. Oh my. Okay, here we go. This is from last year, so all of these numbers are going to be wrong. Give me a second to erase them. But you can kind of see what we did last year when we did this experiment in class. It says write the related pairs of data as ordered pairs. So here they kind of decided for us already that time was going to be our x-axis. Remember, with ordered pairs, the x number comes first. So time in seconds, 0 seconds, 10 seconds, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60. Then all we have to do is go back to our table and fill in the other numbers. So turn your page back over. Go ahead and write your ordered pairs based on your table here. These are our Y numbers. It's like this is our X and this is our Y. It'll look like this. Okay, so 0 and 62. That'll be our first number. And then if we just go down by twos, because that's what our temperature did, if we just go down by twos, then we can skip count backwards. 62, 60, 58, 56, 54, 52, and 50. Okay. Then we look at our graph here. They already put our title for us, and notice that it's the same as the title for the chart up here, the table. Water temperature is the title of the table, and it's also the title of our graph. And the same thing for the x-axis and the y-axis. Time in seconds, temperature in Fahrenheit. Okay? So, then go ahead and plot your points, pause the video and plot them, and then when you're done plotting, press play again and then check your graph with mine to make sure that I did it right. Okay, go ahead and pause the video, graph your points, and then press play when you're done. I'm going to go ahead and graph mine. Remember, when we graph, we run before we jump. So I'm going to run 0, I'm not going anywhere out, and I'm going to jump up to 62. Now their graph here goes from 60 up to 65. They were counting by 5s on here, which is okay. But 62 is not on there, so I'm just going to have to kind of guess where it would be. I think it'd be kind of in the middle, but a little bit closer to 60, because 60 is closer to 62 than 65. Okay, so we got that one done. 10, 60. Run 10, jump 60. Let's see. There's that one. Next one, run 20, jump 58. Again, 58's not on here, so we're just going to have to guess. 58's pretty close to 60, so I'm going to put one kind of in the middle. 30, 56. 56 is right above 55, so I'm going to put it just on top of that line. 40, 54. I'm going to up here, so this one's going to be just below that 55 line. 50, 52. 52 is pretty close to 50, so I'm going to put it almost on top of that 50 line. And then 60, 50. Here we'll have a good intersection where they both meet exactly. Easy enough, right? Taking your ordered pairs, plotting them in a graph. That's what we were kind of working on yesterday a little bit. Okay, but just like yesterday, we have to know what the data means. And the graph is going to help us figure out answers to some of those questions. So for this one, for number 1, we're doing the same thing where we have a table and then we have an empty graph, and our job is to fill up that graph with the information from the table. So first of all, it says write the ordered pairs for each point. So I'm just going to start by writing my little parentheses here. This would be for my x, this would be for my y. But now I have to know which one comes first. Will it be the 30 or will it be the 1? So then I come down and I look at my graph. They already have that set up for us. Here the x-axis is age in years. So then I come back up to my table, age in years. My first number should be 1. That's my first x. And the y that goes with it is height in inches, or 30 inches when this person was 1 year old. When Ryan was 1 year old. Okay, I'll help you with the second one, and then I want you to finish the rest of these on your own. For our second point, we still do x first and then y. X is age, so do your second age number, 2. And then our second y number is height, 35. Okay, I want you to pause the video and go ahead and finish up writing ordered pairs for these 3 numbers, and then press play again when you're done. Okay, I'm going to leave these ones alone because you should have them on your paper. And now let's go ahead and plot the points that you've written down. First one, 1:30. Run before you jump. Run 1, jump 30. Just like that. Second one, run 2, jump 35. Run 2, jump 35. This scale over here is really nice. It's by 5s. Remember yesterday, or maybe, I think it was yesterday, when you had to figure out writing stuff down? You don't have to write every number, but you can figure out the scale by what the numbers are. So here, this would be 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, on and on and on. And you know that it's going by 5s. You just don't have to write every single number because it gets really crowded. So this is nice that they spread out the numbers for us. Okay, let's finish graphing. Our next point should have been 3:38. So we run 3, jump 38. Now I don't see 38 over here, so I'm going to just put it really close to 40 because 40 is close to 38. Next one is 4:41. 4:41 will be right on top of that 40 line. And then our last point should be 5:44. 5:44. So that line is 45, so I'm going to put 44 right underneath this 45 line here. Okay, so now we've got our graph done. And now we just have to finish these questions, which we're going to have to do really fast. What does the ordered pair 3:38 tell you about Ryan's age and height? So looking at the numbers over here, what does this ordered pair tell you about Ryan's age and height? And then let's look at number 3. This is probably the trickiest question. Why would the point 6:42 be nonsense? I'm going to use a different color here really quick and just plot 6:42. Why would that point not make sense based on what you've seen in the graph? Tell me your answer, and then look on the assignment graph or the assignment chart to find the rest of the problems I want you to do for 9.3. Make sure if you have any questions that you get a hold of me, email, remind, whatever. I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye!